Chapter 16 Tutu, the Listener. Dr. Dolittle and his animals headed off once more on their journey home. Dr. Dolittle leaned on the rail on the back of the ship. He watched the Canary Islands fade away. He wondered how the monkeys were doing and what was happening in Puddleby on the marsh. Dab Dab ran up beside him. "Dr. Dolittle," he called, "this ship is beautiful. Have you looked around?" "It's really quite wonderful. The beds downstairs are made of silk. There are hundreds of pillows and cushions all over the room. There are soft, thick carpet. The dishes are made of silver. There are all sorts of wonderful things to eat, too." "That does sound incredible," Dr. Dolittle said. "There's also a locked room. It has a big, heavy door with a large lock. Jip says that's where they must have kept all their treasure." "You should come downstairs, Doctor," Dab Dab said. "Maybe you can open the door." So the doctor went downstairs. Dab Dab was right. It was a beautiful ship. Dr. Dolittle had never been anywhere quite so lovely. He found all the animals gathered around the locked door. They were all talking at once, trying to decide what was inside. The doctor turned the handle, but it wouldn't open. They all searched the room for a key. They lifted carpets and looked under chairs and tables. They looked in drawers and closets. They discovered many wonderful things, but not the key. So they all went back to stand by the door. Jip looked through the keyhole, but could not see anything. Then Tutu said, "Wait, everyone! Please be still for a moment." They all stood quietly. "I think I hear someone inside the room." They all listened again. "I think you're mistaken," said Dr. Dolittle. "I don't hear anything." "I'm sure of it," the owl said. "Shh! There it is again. Don't you hear that?" The doctor and animals all shook their heads. "I'm positive that I can hear someone putting his hand in his pocket," Tutu said. "That's so silly," Dab Dab said. "How could you hear that? That makes almost no sound." "I most certainly can hear that," Tutu said. "I can hear the sound of a kitten makes when she shuts her eyes. I'm telling you, there's someone on the other side of the door putting his hand in his pocket." "Well, then, what is happening now?" Dr. Dolittle asked. "I'm not sure," Tutu said. "Hold me up near the keyhole so I can hear more." The doctor lifted the owl up and held him close to the lock of the door. After a moment or two, Tutu said, "He's now rubbing his face with his left hand. It's a small hand and a small face. Now he's pushing his hair from his face." "Is there anything else?" the doctor asked. "He is sad. I can hear that he is weeping. He is being careful not to make any noise, but I can hear the tears fall." "The poor fellow is unhappy," said Dr. Dolittle. "We've got to get in and see what is the matter with him. Someone, quick, find me an axe. I'll chop the door down." End of chapter 16, page 123.